Welcome to Sports News Reviews. It's Tuesday's NFL comments, but mostly it's going to be about my pools picks, which is in Ontario, the OLGC, the Ontario Lottery Gaming Corporation. They simply call it the OLG. They have pools. Now, you get a selection slip that you have to get a printout, or they might have some out already. Now, you have to know what you're looking for. Like if you're asking for football, look for your football teams or ask for it. You want NFL American football sheet. Then they give you a selection. Then you get a selection paper, I should say. They're all at the. That's at the kiosk. They're usually at the kiosks. They'd be at the convenience stores or the grocery stores, wherever there's a lottery booth. Ontario Lottery, OLG lottery booth, and then you just get yourself a selection slip like this. Okay, and then number one over there, you pick number one. At number one, you pick the games, the actual. Yeah, so it's going to select your card number. It says. So mine was 47. Okay, then the second part here, where I'll show this part here. Okay, now that's where your selections are made, either one or two. That's So it's circled in one or two. Now the first game was like Atlanta versus Detroit. I took Detroit. So you see how mine is highlighted number two. So the first game is highlighted number two right there. Okay, so that's I want Detroit. And then the second game was Buffalo versus Washington, where I took the one because I wanted Buffalo. So there's the one. So you can see. So you can see how it's selected. Now the big one was the third game, which is Denver versus Miami, which no one could have predicted that score. But we'll go with the first game, where these are the actual slips that I used for that video, which I used for my predictions. Now I'm redoing this video because I made a lot of mistakes on the last video. I decided to, instead of trying to edit everything out and redo stuff, I decided just to make a whole complete new video. So here's a whole new video. Okay, so my first game was on the selection sheet was Atlanta versus Detroit. I took Detroit. I knew Atlanta was hot. I said it earlier. They were, but Detroit I felt was going to win that game. So I got that one right. I picked Detroit. And that's the one I got that one right. Now the second one you've seen, Buffalo versus Washington. I took Buffalo. I knew they were going to win. I just knew it. Now, some people would take the Washington in a pool like that because you might some people want a ticket that's a little bit different than everybody else's. Like if 97% of the people are picking Buffalo, and and if Buffalo lost that game, just to say, and picking Washington, your ticket would be really rare because it wouldn't have that one wrong off the hop, as they say already, because it's a pool, and it's this could be one winning ticket out there, one winner, or multiple winning tickets, I should say. So, and the prize pool is what it is what it's self-explanatory when it says prize pool. It's money pooled together and win that pool, and that's why you hope if it does come through that you're all say go undefeated on the selections, but there could be many other tickets out there with undefeated. So that's the thing with this pools is that that the if you got like undefeated on by Tuesday morning or Tuesday night or Monday night after the last games, that you're in the pool, quote unquote. You're in the pool. Like if I went undefeated, which I didn't, of course, I would be in the pool. Well, it's a guaranteed win, but how many others won is the main factor on what the individual price payout is. Okay, so like I was saying, okay, so the first three games, I'll recap real quickly because I skipped over I didn't I stopped the Denver game. Okay, so Atlanta, Detroit, Buffalo, Washington. You know the picks I did right there. Okay, so then the Denver Miami game. That's where I tried to be cute. There it is. There it is, folks. I tried to be cute, and I picked Denver over Miami against my better judgment, but I didn't think Miami was that good. That 70 points. I didn't. No one seen that. I, I really, I really bought into the Denver uh, could pull this off. It's gonna be. That's why they call it gambling. I okay. That's not my. That was my least of my problem on this pick because here I'll show you the second page here. Okay, now you go over this one. You can see the teams. Let's see. I don't want to knock over the Coyote. He's already mad at me. I didn't take any of his selections. Yeah, the thumbnail in the beginning is him. Is the Coyote giving me selections, and I kind of didn't listen to some of them. So there was the Houston versus Jacksonville. I took Jacksonville. I I I really bought into Jacksonville being that good. I don't know what happened there. I can't see Houston being that good. I just said I know Jacksonville's going to rebound, but they lost that game. I picked them. So that one's out. Indianapolis versus Baltimore. I picked Baltimore. Now, once again, here it is again. I picked Baltimore, and I don't know if I gotta look at the coach's slip again. But he might have. Would he have picked Indy? I'm not sure. Do you remember, Coach? You remember, Coach? No, he doesn't remember what he picked, but he was probably saying, look at a selection slip. Okay, so Indianapolis versus Baltimore. Wow. I really expected Baltimore to win that game, and that one didn't come through. So there's three I lost already out of. Is it like now just 3 games there, 4, 5? I already got 2 right so far out of 5 games. But then I made up for it with a selection like Minnesota and Los Angeles Chargers. I picked it's on the ticket it says Los Angeles C, but Los Angeles C versus Minnesota, and I picked the Los Angeles C, which is Chargers, and I got lucky on that pick. I came through it. I just knew they were a better team than the record showed. Okay, then the fun one is New England versus the New York Jets. Okay, the quarterback for New York Jets, Wilson, he got the Belichick treatment, and so Belichick, I knew Bill Belichick was just gonna get in Zach Wilson? Yeah, Zach Wilson's head and mess with him with his defense, and it would have been a game. And can't. I mean, like, I mean, the New York Jets held them to 15 points. I mean, that's definitely an offensive fault on the Jets. They lost that game, but I picked New England, and it came through. The next one was funny because I was watching the game on TV when I was doing the video of my predictions. Like I already made the I already like these predictions are already made, and the games were on, and I was watching the game and doing the upload the video, and I was actually making the video, and Green Bay was up 17-0. And I'm like, okay, guess that's a mistake. But I came through somehow. Wow. They were losing at half 17-0, but they came through. So I got the Green Bay game correctly. Then the next one is the Tennessee and Cleveland. Tennessee and Cleveland. I picked Tennessee because of the way Cleveland played that last, was it Monday night? Watching that game, I was like, wow, crazy. But I don't know. I mean, they pulled through again. Deshaun Watson had a good game, and they pulled through on that one. I lost. So there's the one I lost. You can see. Okay. So I picked Tennessee. That's just the way it goes. Carolina versus Seattle. I picked Seattle. Got lucky on that one. It came through. But I like where Carolina is trying to go. I like where they're heading. They're trying to head. But I felt Seattle was just going to win that game. And I got lucky on that one. Got it through. Now the next one. There it is. I picked Kansas City. And Chicago versus Kansas City. Well, I picked Kansas City. Now, there was turmoil in Chicago with Justin Fields and the coaching, but that wasn't why I picked Chicago. I would have picked Chicago before that came out with the Justin Fields and the coaching situation. I just felt that Kansas City is not going to lose that game at all costs. They're all hands on deck. They would have full steam ahead, and they would have not want to lose against Chicago. That was a bar none, as they say. They weren't losing to Chicago, bar none. Is that, can I use that correctly? No, that means when something is correct, bar none. I guess. I guess it can be used. I'm stretching the definition, no big time on that one. But yes, there's just no way that my fingers snapping on this clipboard here like this clipboard here, snapping on that clipboard. I'm borrowing the coach's clipboard there, and Coach Coyote. There's no way Kansas City was going to lose that game. And then the last four tier of the games, which right here, I'm gonna have to fold that. I was writing underneath it. I just wrote the Chinese takeout. Okay, somebody else's takeout. I was going to get it for him. I was going with a ride with them and go get it. I didn't have enough. I didn't win any money. I couldn't afford the takeout. Okay, so I got the four last games here. Here's my selections, and okay, yeah, Dallas, Arizona. I picked Dallas. Didn't see that one coming. Wow, Arizona won the game. I said on my predictions video that this game could be over by the third quarter. Remember, I picked Dallas, and it was the opposite way. I was watching the game, and I was like, "Wow, there's much Dallas can do." Arizona's got their number this week. Okay, Pittsburgh, Las Vegas. Okay, Las Vegas. You got one excellent player on your team on defense, which is Max Crosby, but that's only one player, and he's double teamed, triple teamed now. Like they get two or three players to go get shots at Max Crosby. Sometimes he finds a way to just sneak in. Against Buffalo, Max Crosby was that's the kind of game and luck Buffalo's having. Like last week with Max Crosby finally got a deflection, which got an interception, and there was a penalty. Fans to the face, and like wow, like what can Las Vegas do right that week? Then it came. It was a Pittsburgh Las Vegas. I just thought in my head that what, Kenny Pickett will just need a decent game. The Las Vegas Raiders are not the San Francisco 49ers. Uh, when Jimmy Garoppolo was on San Francisco, he was doing really fine. It looked like look at the team though. Game manager type could even have done well. But yeah, Las Vegas is not the San Francisco 49ers. So that's why I picked Pittsburgh because I knew they were going to beat the Las Vegas Raiders. Then the Monday night games, the last two games, that was last night. So we got Philadelphia versus Tampa Bay, Los Angeles R versus Cincinnati Bengals, with Los Angeles Rams versus Cincinnati Bengals. And I picked in the early game Philadelphia. Got lucky with that pick. Philadelphia was just steamrolling those first downs. It's almost like literally steamrolling those first downs. And that play's unstoppable. It's Mike. Might as well just they're saying, how do you stop that play? Well, 1 yard off the ball, defense, like the way the CFL does it. Go 1 yard off the ball, and it's better to. I think it's going to be better to just let on these short yardage situations. Let the other team get the first down, avoid these insane collisions that's going to happen. But we'll see. If there's injuries on this, that play is going to be reviewed if there's injuries. But so far there hasn't been any serious injuries, and it'll be mostly if there's head traumas on these really short plays. So yeah, so Philadelphia just steamrolled a couple of first downs that really helped solidify that game, and they pulled through on that one. And then the Los Angeles Rams, I don't know, they were in it, not in it, not in it. And I was saying earlier that Cincinnati with Joe Burrow, you can't even run, scramble. I don't think he's 100% effective, I said. Well, it turns out Joe Burrow doesn't need to scramble as much. He could do it with his arm. And yeah, he's hurt though. He's not scrambling. I don't know if he's going to be scrambling this Sunday either. This is not a playoff game or a must-win game near the end of the season to get in the playoffs, where I could see Joe Burrow scrambling. But if what does he do all week? He can't. I don't think he can even practice all week. Just stay off that calf muscle. Yeah. So Los Angeles versus Cincinnati. There's Los Angeles Rams, and I got that one wrong too. So pretty well, it's going to be a hard week to predict again. But man, time's up. Someone's telling me time's up on the video. Okay, so well, with that in mind, we'll from the we'll say your goodbyes here. Coach is going to Coach Coyote will say goodbye. I'll say it again in case you didn't see it. Coach Coyote giving you the salute. Goodbye. And from the other crew at the Sports News Review YouTube channel, which is a couple of plush toys, I bid you goodbye, and I'll see you possibly for the live stream if I'm going to do it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the live stream. It's going to be the Hamilton Tiger. I do CFL games for live stream. Hamilton Tiger Cats, and I'll see if I do I'll depend a lot of factors to varying on if I do the live stream or not. I'm not monetized, so I'm not obligated to do a live stream. I'm not obligated to any subscribers to do live stream and stay on and all. I do what I want. I'm free. So, plus I had to redo this video. Like I said, this is the second part because I really screwed that one up. The last one. Okay. Oh, also the audio was bad on that one. I wasn't close enough to the microphone as much. So with this one, I'm just gonna upload this video now, and it's gonna be part 2 reduced. Sports News Review Tuesday NFL Comments Part 2.